Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. I'm Robin and I have another installment of Bookends. Here's the thing. I had this grand idea that I was going to unhaul a bunch of books before I moved this year. But also in my brain, I was not moving until like October. And then some unexpectedness happened. There was a fire at my apartment building, and as soon as I was able to get the fuck up out of there, I was like, let's go, let's vamoose. You know what I mean? And so I did. And so that means that in February and March, I was in transition. So I did not do a lot of unhauling. But we're still going to see if I decreased my TBR any, because I did read some from my physical TBR in that time, and so I'm hoping that I am under what I was at the beginning of the year, which is at 143. You can see it right here. Yeah, because we need to be way below that. Hopefully. So, let's just, we know what we're doing here. I'm going to let you know what books I got or bought, and then I'm going to talk about what books off my TBR that I read. I'm not going to go into depth about any of these, and so let's get into it. So like I said, I started off at 143, and then I had some books that my brother got me for Christmas. Do I have them here? Yes. Do I have them physically in my hands? No, because they're in a box. I don't know which box. I tried to open a couple and I was just like, it's not this one. So I'm just gonna let you know what they are. I'm gonna put them on the screen here somewhere. And so you'll see. But my brother got me a box set of like a collection of the Bronte sisters' works. And there were actually 6 titles in there, but one did not count because one was Jane Eyre, which I've already read, so it doesn't count on my unread TBR. But the other books in that collection were Agnes Grey, Villette, Wuthering Heights, The Professor, and The Tenant of something Hall, Wildfell. That's the name of it, The Tenant of Wildfell Hall. And so they were all in a little box set. They're really cute. They have like this cloth cover. One day you shall see them, not today, but one day. So I got that, added those 5, because I've never read any of those. And then Ray over at Bookmark Chronicles, you know Ray, I talk about Ray all the time. She got me Blackmail and Babinka by Mia P. Manansala. So thank you, Ray, for that. And that was everything that I collected in January. We're off to a great start. We've already got books in the beginning. But then I did read books because I had Monet over at Life is Monet pick my TBR for January. And boy, did she pick a TBR. Monet's picks for me included Kingdom of Copper and Empire of Gold by S.A. Chakraborty. These were the 2 and 3 of David Bad trilogy. Whoa, my mind was blinking. It was 2 and 3 of David Bad trilogy. So not only did I get books off my shelves, but I finished a series. She also chose for me 7 Days in June by Tia Williams, Beartown by Frederick Bachman. And then one of the prompts that I had, or that she picked for me because she used her own prompts from her own TBR jar, was to either read or unhaul a book. And the book that she chose for me to do that with was Small Angels by Lauren Owen. I don't know why I tried to remember her name. Lauren Owen. And I actually ended up unhauling this, so I never read it at all. But it was another book off my TBR, so there it is. I also read a couple of other things in January. I read Atomic Habits by James Clear. I ended up DNFing this one as well. And then Ray and I buddy read Homicide and Halo Halo by Mia P. Manansala, and we had a good time. So if you want, you can go watch that reading vlog. It'll be linked in the cards or down below if you want to take a little peek-see. I feel like I read more than I brought in, so Yay for us. But then, like I said, February came around. Chaos. I was staying at my mom's because I did not want to stay at my apartment building anymore. I didn't feel safe. I was not in a good space there. So I stayed at my mom's. And like one day I was just like, you know what? I need some retail therapy. So I went to Barnes and Noble. And did I go in with an idea of a budget? Sure, yeah. Did I blow that budget? Absolutely. I was just in there on vibes. I don't know. I didn't care. I needed to get my mind off other stuff, and so buying books it was. So what did I get while I was at Barnes and Noble? A lot. So first I got Dead Silence by S.A. Barnes. It reminds me of this movie called Ghost Ship. And so I am interested in seeing if this gives me Ghost Ship vibes. Also got a memory called Empire by Arcady Martine. Bake Swiss by Jen Began. I'm intrigued by this because this was on a table with a bunch of other weird books. Like I think the table was like weird books or something. On it was Bunny, and I was just like, if this has the Bunny-ish vibes, maybe not the same like type of academia type things, but if it's weird, I'm into it. I think like a psychologist has an infatuation with her client. I don't know. I could have made that up. Also, I think this is being turned into a TV show or a movie or something, maybe? I could have made that up. I could have totally made that up. And then in my quest to continue reading Sylvia Moreno Garcia, I got This Strange Way of Dying. I am slowly collecting all of her books, even though I've only read like 2 or 3. But if I have them all, then I can just read them whenever I'm ready to read them. You know what I mean? You get it. I also got The Memory Librarian by Janelle Monáe. I think that this is, I don't know if there are other writers in this, probably, but it's stories based on the songs from her album Dirty Computer, so that should be fun. And then just because I was like, you know what, I'm gonna give it a whirl, I picked up Finlay Donovan is Killing It by El Casimino. And then last but not least, I picked up volume 1 and volume 2 of Spy Family because it just seemed like a cozy little fun time. And that's what my brain wanted, cozy little funness. So yeah. When I tell you I went to Barnes & Noble and I just blanked and just was picking things up, I mean that. I mean that seriously. And that's everything that I got in February. I didn't have any other gifts. I didn't like buy any other things. Just that one trip to Barnes & Noble, and here we are. Well above my 143. But fret not, because I did read some more things in February. What were they, you ask? Let me tell you. 1, I read Spy Family Volume 1, which I had just picked up in that month. And then I read, so go me. I also read Blackmail and Babinka with Ray. We were buddy reading this. I think we're like having a buddy read every month. We're gonna see how this goes. Just keep it going as long as we can think of books that we wanna read together. So this was read, it was brought in January, and it went out in February. Well, not out because it's still here, but you know what I mean. I read The Autobiography of Miss Jane Pittman by Ernest J. Gaines, Somebody's Daughter by Ashley C. Ford, The Dating Playbook by Farah Rashan, and The Secret Lives of Church Ladies by Disha Falah, and had an amazing time with this. I loved it so much. That was February. Still in the red. But there's hope because in March, I was too busy moving to go to a bookstore, to hit purchase on any of my carts. Also, I didn't want to move any more shit. I had started packing and I was like, I have too much stuff. And I was not trying to bring more stuff in, so I didn't buy a single book in March. I didn't get any books. I didn't buy any books. So go me. I think I was just, I could not. So many boxes. You have no idea how much stuff you accumulate over time in a space, and you just like start packing it all away and you're like, I haven't seen this in years. Why do I still have it? And then you put it in a box anyway. Anyway, that's not what we're here to talk about. We're here to see whether I make it, whether I can get back to 143. And I think we can, because in March, I did read some things. I started but did not complete, and I'm working my way through Before the Coffee Gets Cold by Toshikazu Kawaguchi. I'm still making my way through it, so hopefully it'll be completed in April, but we're counting this for March because I started it. And then I had Nat pick my TBR, which I don't know if it will be up by the time that this goes up, but if not, it'll be like the next video after. Either way, if it's already up, I will link it, obviously, so you can take a gander there and see my thoughts. But she chose for me We Hunt the Flame by Hafsa Faizal, Queen of Shadows by Sarah J. Maas, Radium Girls by Kate Moore, Sex Cult Nun by Faith Jones. And yeah, I had a time. I read these things. They were read mostly. Oh my gosh. One more book that I don't have with me because, again, it is somewhere in a box in a suitcase. Somewhere it might be still at my mom's house. But I was buddy reading with Ray The Final Strife by something al-Sarafi. I can't read. So I don't remember her first name. I don't even know if that's her. What am I doing? Where's my phone? Where's the thing? Either way, I'm gonna pop it up here. It's the book title, it's the author, and there it is. So that being said, you can see, you see it. I'm back. I'm back on the right side of things. I may not be super far from where I was hoping to be, but considering everything that was going on and the buying of things to soothe my brain and my heart, I think I did pretty well. You know what I mean? Now, do I have to unpack these books? No, I don't actually have to unpack them, but then they would just be sitting in these boxes for who knows how long. And I would like to read them. I have some really good plans for April. So I'm hoping that'll help me get my TBR down again. And also, I think I will be so busy unpacking all of these boxes that I probably will not be out buying books. I need to spend money on like house things right now, so it won't be going to books. So I think April through June should be a pretty good time for me, hopefully. Have you guys read any of the books that I bought? Do you think that there's ones that I should prioritize, that I should get to immediately? I think I am going to read Volume 2 of Spy Family this month, so I'm excited for that. But yeah, let me know what you think about these books. Should I just go ahead and toss out any of those books that I bought? You're just like, Robin, I don't even know why you picked that up. Girl, just let it go. But let me know down below in the comments. Let's talk about it. And until next time, bye.